A grand entrance for an end-of-year finale with the press. An opportunity of sorts for journalists to put their questions to Russia's president. And a polished performance from the man himself, with an eye on the presidential election ahead.
I'm going to run as an independent, but of course I do hope for the support of the political forces, be that parties or social organizations which share my views on the development of the country and which trust me. I do hope for that, and I also hope for the broad support of our citizens.
Modernizing Russia's infrastructure as well as its health and education systems were, Vladimir Putin said, the country's main concerns, but not the only issues on his radar. In a visit to a Russian airbase in Syria this week, he told troops that they could return home victorious for their part in the war there. Words to allay fears of those who remembered the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, which ended in a humiliating defeat. But he acknowledged that the work in Syria was not over, especially with regard to the refugee crisis.
We should definitely do something about that. We need to solve this problem. But Syria will not be able to cope with it alone. And you know what? Russia will not be able to handle it on its own, but only as part of a joint international effort.
And as if almost in a counterbalance to the US, Mr. Putin has received much praise here for raising Russia's profile. The intent to create new deals across the world, especially in the Middle East. And in a post-ISIL world, he sees Russia as a crucial contender. And that's to bolster its image, not just at home, but abroad.
I don't think that Russia will try to replace the US completely, and it's neither a Russian ambition, and it's just Russia wouldn't want to waste that much resources. But yes, we will see a resurgent Russia in the Middle East, at least for another 3 or 5 years.
And as for his thoughts on North Korea, the US came for fierce criticism, accusing both sides of saber-rattling, but he welcomed the recent statement by the US Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, regarding talks with Pyongyang. And in the upcoming presidential race, in which he's the firm favorite to win, his vision for Russia has appeal for many. How much of it he can achieve depends on other factors beyond his control. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, Moscow.